If you are a DJ and you're working at a night spot, be it a bar or a club or a restaurant or whatever, regardless of anything else that's going on, if the bar makes more money when you're DJing than when you're not, you are doing your job. A lot happened this weekend, and I'm not going to get into all of it. And I didn't get the footage I wanted to get of all of it either. I was too busy. But what I will tell you is my daughter and I set up at Safe House on Friday for me to work Saturday. On Saturday, we had trick-or-treating here in my neighborhood from 5 to 8. Set up fog, set up bubbles, had lights going on. It was a lot of fun. We had a really good turnout for trick-or-treat, about the same as last year, I guess, but it was pretty solid. We gave away all our full-size candy bars, and we had to break into the little stuff. I got the little stuff just in case, because I kind of had a feeling. And we had like 160 bars, so we did pretty well. I had to leave early, though, because I had to get down to Safe House to set up, and I brought the kids with me. That was nice. The kids were in the booth with me all night. We went down there, we had dinner, and kids had a bar tab. It was a good time. Also had some friends that came down. Halloween party. There were specials that you could buy ahead of time. There was a list of like 35 people who actually had paid the $35 to get the drink specials and all that stuff that was happening. It was a wristband or something, I don't know. But like, the attendance wasn't what I wanted it to be. It was probably about half of what I felt like it should have been. And a lot of that has to do with promotion and things that I don't really have anything to do with. The only thing I can do is share their promotions on my social media. Above and beyond that, I have no control over this. What photos are used, what's being said, or anything else. But I can tell you a couple of cool things that happened. First thing is that whoever came stayed. And they were there for the whole night. People didn't come and go or come in and say, we don't like this, and leave. They stuck around. And most people were in costume. It was a lot of fun. There were some cool costumes. The other thing that happened that was really neat, at the end of the night, the bar manager told me that they wanted me there more, not just during special events, because he's the one looking at the numbers, and he's making a lot more money when I'm there than when I'm not. They get crowds in there, but they can't keep them because there's nothing going on. Whereas if I'm there, I can do things like, generally entertain them. I can also rotate the bar. I can bring them on the floor, get them thirsty, send them back to the bar. I can pay attention to that stuff. So they're making money when I'm there. That's important. No matter where you're working. I think a lot of people get these bar gigs or club gigs if they haven't worked at that capacity before. If, like, let's say you're a wedding DJ or you're a school dance DJ and you start working at a bar and you play music and you're thinking to yourself, okay, there's some dancers. It's cool when I have a dance floor. Sometimes the bar isn't necessarily seeing a return on investment for you being in there. And it might have to do with their playing. It might also have to do with how you are running things as the DJ. What I like to do is rotate the floor. I bring people out, get them thirsty, send them back to the bar. I keep an eye on the bar. If I have a full dance floor and there's an empty bar, I'll play something that they're not going to dance to and send them back to the bar. And sometimes I can rotate it. I can send people to the bar as I'm simultaneously pulling people away from the bar, so they're constantly serving. It's just how this business works. And if you can do that and you can prove that you make an establishment money, they're going to want you. You're going to be valuable. They used to run DJs every weekend last year, and they stopped this year, partly because the PA screwed up, partly because they didn't feel like the bar till was what it should be. Unfortunately, I was also on rotation down there with, I think, 4 other DJs at one point, and it was being scheduled very willy-nilly. I didn't like that. So there was no way to really look at the books without knowing who the DJ was that night to see who was actually making the money. And I know I was making the money because they were telling me they make more money when I work than when anyone else works. Because when anyone else was down there, they were just doing something other than trying to help the establishment make money. So I'm being told there's crowds down there, but they can't keep them. So hopefully I'll be down there more. I bring something to the table, which makes me feel good. I'm bringing more to the table than a lot of these much younger DJs are bringing to the table because I've got the experience. That means something. A lot of DJs are thinking to themselves, well, I'm older, I'm kind of growing out of this. I don't really understand it anymore. I don't like the new music. Look, man, music is music, okay? People like things that are new. And just because it's not as great as the music from back in your day, in your opinion, doesn't change the fact that they enjoy it. I found the best thing to do is to play the music that they want to hear before they can even ask you to play it. Like, play their songs, play their bangers. And what are their bangers? A lot of the new stuff. Some of it's down tempo and no fun or whatever, but you play it for them. Some of it's pretty good. There's a new track that I played last night or the other night that was really good, Hot to Go. Okay, you guys, if you haven't played that one yet, that's a big one. It's the new YMCA. They love that track. If you give them exactly what they want before they can ask for it, they trust you. And then they say to themselves, hey, this guy knows what's going on. So whatever this guy plays, it's got to be good. He's looking out for us. That's when you can sneak in some cool older stuff for the younger crowd. Of course, the older crowd's going to dig it. There's not enough great new stuff out there, in my opinion, to keep the energy going all night for 4 or 5 hours. There's just not for mainstream audiences. You've got to go back, and when you go back, you got to pick the right ones. If anybody's interested to see what my playlist looked like that night, please let me know. I did Halloween themed stuff for warm up, and then when I started playing dancing, it was really all over the place. A lot of requests, and sometimes I get a request for a newer track, and I play it, and 2 or 3 people would stay on the dance floor, but everyone else would leave the dance floor. Hey, they were going to the bar. It's okay. Then when that track was over, I bring it up again, and the dance floor would fill back up, rotating that floor. I don't know. It's a skill. It's knowing what's going on. It's paying attention to more than just what you want to play or what you feel should be played. You really need to be paying attention to what's going on at the bar. Not just the clients, not just the dancing, but everybody. So dance all night. I don't think that's necessarily always going to be what makes you successful at a night spot. Rotating, you're making them money, and they're gonna want you back, and they're gonna love you. Hey, anybody who makes anybody money is gonna be their friend, right? So anyway, I don't know. Vlog. That's it. I'm going to be doing some more videos this week. Got some nice weather coming up, so I'll be preoccupied with the car because I'm trying to get as much time in as I can before the snow and the salt comes. And right now we've got some almost 80-degree days coming, so I'll be doing that, but I'll try to get videos in it as well. So other stuff happening too that maybe we'll talk about later. But for now, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. I appreciate you for tuning in so much. Practice and enjoy.